Hello, everyone. We are excited to have you join us today for the webinar. It's our pleasure and honor to present today's topic with the Temu team, and we will uncover a few interesting things that might be new to you if you're about to start selling on Temu Marketplace. And my name is Anna. I am the product manager at M2E, and I'm presenting with my co-hosts today, Kate from M2E team and Tony from Temu. Tony will follow in just a few seconds and tell us more about what Temu has prepared and what we are already working with and to which experience we are opening doors. And before that, I'll just do a few really quick housekeeping things here, mentioning that we will be running the presentation for about 30 to 40 minutes and including the Q&A session at the end. Please, if you have questions, drop them in Q&A box throughout the whole presentation. We'll do our best to answer as many as we can, and Swapnil from Temu will help me manage that. So hopefully we answer everything that we are asked. And once again, mentioning the record of the session, if you are not available for the next 40 minutes, or you have to step out and you want to revisit any part of the presentation, please feel free to get the session. It will be available to you afterwards. So I think we are good to start. And I will invite Tony to present on the Temu experience and let us know a little bit more about what sellers can get through today.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. Hello, everyone. My name is Tony. I look after UK seller recruitment. So today I'm here to present you with a great new opportunities to expand your sales into other marketplaces. So everyone can see our slogan, right? Shop like a billionaire. I think everyone knows that slogan. If you click next slide, please. Here we're going to talk about how can we, working with M2E, help you to selling like a billionaire. So three things we're going to cover today. The first thing is like the global e-commerce market, and then just look at the history about the rise of Temu, look at the pure size of opportunity. And then number three is much more relevant to everyone on the call, is about how can you, capture the opportunity and turn this into sales. Next slide, please. So we all know the pandemic actually accelerated e-commerce penetration, and we have a small dip since COVID, but then we are back to track now. So at 2023 to 2027, we're expecting the global e-commerce market growth from 5.8 trillion towards 8 trillion. Two numbers really stand out for me. The first thing is 68% of these 8 trillion will happen through mobile. Right, so again, Temu is very much a mobile-first marketplace, right? And therefore we actually are well positioned when there's more and more transactions happen in our mobile side. And the second thing is, among all these 8 trillion, more than 2/3 will come from marketplaces, right? And people still would like to have a look at the aggregated choices and make a purchase from the marketplace. Next slide, please. So there's a lot of analysis about why Temu grows so fast. Right? I think there's if you look at it, there's fundamentally there's two reasons. The first one is about 70% of the consumers globally, citing price and affordability as the number one factor in the purchase decisions. That is in the context of the growing, the cost of living pressure. And the second thing Temu did is we aggregated the supply from China, and we sending out through air freight, and to really minimize the gap between the local delivery and the international shipping. And this is a context maybe less relevant to local sellers, but that's how we gain a lot of popularity among the customers. Next slide, please. Then we're going to see what says Temu, right? So, if you're talking to most of our customers, they're telling you those three reasons. First one is, a really engaging gamification with, and backed by unbeatable deals. If you look at other websites, other marketplaces, people on average are spending between 9 to 11 minutes every day with those sites because they're very much a search dominated experience. On Temu, we double that engagement time with our customers because of gamification, because of browsing, because we keep giving them the relevant recommendation and helping them to shopping on new items, shop with new sellers. So that's the first bit I think that the customer love us. The second one, I think we touched already, is affordability, right? So we have a very interesting commercial model, allows the customer buying things cheaper, more competitive, but also allows sellers to make still maintain their margin, even they're selling cheaper, right? And we're going to cover this in a later slides. And the last one, the ease of use. So from day one, Temu is always optimized for everything for the customer experience on the app. So therefore, in the trend of people shopping on app, we're kind of well positioned in this to benefit from that movement. Next slide, please. So this is just a highlight to the journey, right? And to give you a sense how quickly we grow. So we launched in USA September 2022, and we only took 2 months to become #1 US App Store and Google Play in terms of shopping app download. And it's only took us 6 months to reach 100 million active users in USA, right? And then we expanded to Europe, right? 6 months after, we are #1 in download in both UK and Germany. And in 2023 December, we already reached in 48 countries, right? Next slide, please. So one thing we did is we invested really heavily into the marketing activities. So we sponsored, the one of the biggest US events 2 years in a row, and you can see these are getting a lot of tractions from the US customer. But we did a similar thing in European and UK countries, and that's why we gained popularity so quickly. Next slide, please. Here is what we are serving now, right? So we are reaching more than 365 million unique visitors globally. We are currently active in more than 90 countries, and we are #1 most downloaded mobile shipping app in 24 countries. So most Western developed countries, we are the #1 most downloaded app. And for UK only, we are serving more than 10 million monthly active customers, right? So that's give you the scale of the economy we can bring to you. Next slide, please. From these slides onwards, it's much more relevant to you, right? How can we talk about our scale, we talk about our level of popularity, right? But how can we bring those customers we gathered towards the local seller, right? So in February 2024, we start to recruiting local sellers in US, right? And then we expand to Europe in April 2024. And the local seller recruitment started last year in July. I'm the first one they hired from UK on the commercial side. So I'm start assembling a team from September 2024, right? And we basically now have more than 20 business development managers across all the major categories, right? So every seller, if you're interested in selling on Temu, we can assign you an industry expert and handhold you through the onboarding process. Next slide, please. I think there's three main things I think is really attractive and important to local sellers. If you click the first one, yeah. So the first one is we don't ask you, we don't have a model which is take rate based, right? So we don't have a commission compared with other marketplaces. We don't ask you for deposit, and there's no hidden fees, right? So it's our commercial model is really clean and really cost effective. The second one is we open to all sellers, big or small, right? As long as you have a UK entity, as long as your inventory is in UK, regardless you are manufacturer, distributor, and reseller, you can all join Temu, right? Number 3 is compelling. Like we can bring you higher margin because our special commercial model, and we offer free marketing. We don't have an ads program, right? We don't need you to spend a lot of money or have a decent advertising budget to driving the on-site traffic to your platform, to your stores. It's all done by Temu. And also we have competitive shipping. So we do integrate it with certain carriers and we negotiate a good rate for the people using the integrated shipping label. Next slide, please. And then we have 10 million more customers, and we have a dedicated account manager. Regardless you're big or small, once you sign up with us, we'll assign you a business development manager and also assign you account manager. Because we understand Temu is a quite different platform compared with the traditional marketplace. We make sure everyone have the round-the-clock support when they join Temu. It's not only limited to the book business. Every seller will have a dedicated account manager. Right. Next two examples. We got a very small SMB brand, right? And they launched with 4 SKUs in early December, but now they probably only have a few a few more SKUs, but they already reached more than 23,000 sold history, right, within 3 or 4 months, right? They become much bigger than the other marketplaces selling with a very short time period. On the right hand side, you can see there's a very big international brand selling very high ASP items. Since they launched, they're selling more than 1,700 items, right? So you can see Temu is not a marketplace only for certain type of sellers, right? It's suitable for small, big, branded, unbranded. Next slide, please. And these are a few examples of the brands we already have on Temu, right? So you can see we are already getting a lot more tractions from the more branded items, because the customers treat us as a one-stop shop now, right? So we got more than 10 million customers every month, and they're looking for all type of products. They're looking for full spectrum value, from branded to unbranded, from high SP to low SP, right? So they are looking for everything. So it's very important for you to join Temu now to really take the first mover advantage. Right? Okay, that's all I'm going to cover today. Of course, there's a Q&A, and if anything we not cover, we can also reach out to me. Right, that's all. I'll hand over back to Anna.
Thank you very much, Tony. I was swapped by, I think, the success that Tony shared with us, and I'm sure a lot of sellers and just regular even shoppers in Temu have seen this drastic growth and of the marketplace, and I'm sure that listening to the success story, it's more than just a wish to start selling there, and as Tony said, to catch a moment and start selling as soon as possible, to get the moment and be a part of this first sellers story on the just opening marketplace in Europe, US, and other countries. I will switch to the part we are sharing how we at M2E can help you, and I'll just really quickly mention that I'm joined by my co-host Kate today. She's representing our customer service team. I will stop and talk on that a little bit more at the end, but just to make sure that we are here understand of what M2E is today. Some of you may already be familiar with M2E products because today we have, and I'm honored to say that we have a whole ecosystem of M2E products and services available not just for Adobe Commerce and Magento Cloud platforms, but you can see a list of other platforms that sellers can also integrate with Temu today, and we are getting more. So feel free to share the details of the stores that you have and on which platforms they are running. We are open to new experiences, and we are quite good at advising and helping you out with onboarding on the existing integrations and platforms. So feel free to reach out to us if you need any advice or any help or general questions. So as I mentioned, today we are integrating Temu with a list of platforms, and it's not just the list of platforms that we are working with. You can see from the slide here that today you already, as a seller as a seller, sorry, have access to a broad network of Temu marketplaces, and I know that Temu Marketplace is really good at opening new markets, and we've experienced it along with the Temu team while building the integration. So I'm sure there are more are coming. And if you are already selling on a marketplace, or you are about to start selling on a specific marketplace, be ready to expand globally, because there are more audiences in other countries that I'm sure will be happy to get your products and get acquainted with your business. So with this idea and having this information at this point, I would like to let you know how we, M2E, as a Temu partner and integrator, can be helpful. And we will focus today a little bit more on the actual onboarding process of how it can start, because we know that Temu is quite new in Europe for many sellers. So if you're just considering starting selling, we will walk you through and let you know how easy it is. And I will handle this part over to Kate, and she will guide you through the steps that you can see on the screens.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. So I will give you an overview of all the steps of the onboarding with M2E, what is required, what to expect when you start selling on Temu using our solution. So of course, first of all, to start with the registration of your account on Temu. Once you have it, register with M2E, and then connect your Temu account and your online store to our M2E application. So that's all you need for registration. And then our application will automatically import all your existing products from your store into our internal catalog. So you don't need to do this manually. And also, I want to emphasize here that this process is completely safe. It doesn't impact your current setup in any way, because all the actions that can update your product data, list the products on the channels, are fully under your control. So you decide when to enable the synchronization for your inventory, when to start listing your products on Temu, and what products you want to list. So this will be all up to you. All this process is fully under your control, but at the same time, listing process is easy and straightforward. So once you are ready to list your products on Temu, there will be just 3 steps for you to do to push your products from your store to Temu using the M2E application. So how it looks like. At the first step, you will assign the policies, like the set of rules that our solution will then use for your listings. And here you have this flexibility and freedom to set up different custom rules for your products. If you want to have like default settings, you just can leave them as it is, and just the product information like quantity, prices of your products will be taken from the store and will be used for your Temu products. But if you want to add some customization and some flexibility in your listings, you can do this by using our policies. Which data you can modify. For example, you can set up different prices, quantities for your listings. So let's say you want to add the increase to the price of your products on Temu. You can set up the pricing rules, add let's say 10% to the price. You just set up this rule, and then our application will automatically calculate the price and display the correct price for your Temu listings. Like the same applies for the quantity. You can just take the quantity from your store, or you can add some modification and adjust the available quantity. For example, you can reserve some number of items for your direct sales on your website, and then the quantity will be automatically updated, adjusted on Temu, but taking into consideration this number of items that you have reserved for your sales on your store. So that's the first step. You select which data you want to synchronize across the platform, set up the rules for pricing, quantity, other product details, and then you select the products you want to list. At this step, you will see all your items from your store that have been imported into internal MTE catalog. And we have multiple filters, grouping options that allow you to group the products by categories, some tags, other parameters. So it will be very easy for you to select the specific products that you want to list that meet the criteria for listing. And even if you have very large catalog, it will be very easy for you. You don't need to switch between the platforms, between the MTE, your store, to review the product details. Everything will be visible for you in the interface. And this way you select the products for listing. And the final third step, you just assign the Temu category for your products. And based on the assigned category, you fill in the attributes. So here we in MTE will display up-to-date information about the Temu categories that are available, which are the required attributes in these categories, and you will fill in this data. If on your store you're using the attributes, you already have some attributes set up and assigned to your products, you can use them as the source for the information here. If you don't have them, you just fill out this data by choosing something, some values from the drop down from Temu, or type in the values for all the attributes. So there are flexibility, a lot of options, how you fill out the attributes, and actually that's all. So the whole listing process, you set up the rules for your listings, select the products you want to push on Temu, and just assign the category with the attributes. And then you confirm these listings. They are sent to Temu, and you will see these products within the MTE interface. Their actual status from Temu will be displayed, and they will be automatically linked and synchronized with the products from your store. If there are any items that require your attention, any actions needed, any errors, everything will be highlighted, displayed for you. There will be some prompts and tips on how to fix any errors. So everything will be visible for you and easy to fix, easy to monitor the status of your products. And as the final step, now you have your products on Temu, you are ready to take sales, you're ready for the orders. So just enable the order management within the MTE so that when the product sells on Temu, you receive the corresponding order in your store. Also, the quantity will be automatically adjusted across the platform, so you don't need to do this manually, checking the inventory level. Everything will be synchronized. And then you can fulfill this order directly from your store, and all the updates like product status update, tracking details will be automatically sent to Temu via the MTE, and this way the inventory order management will be synchronized and automated with our solution, so that you will have more time to focus on your products, focus on your sales, and growing your business. So that's actually how MTE will help you to automate these processes and to get to avoid additional manual work and have more time to focus on your sales. And of course, during all this process, we will be here to support with any questions, assistance. We're always in touch with our clients, and I think, we would like to share a bit more how we work with our customers, about our customer service teams. I think I'll pass the word to Anna to briefly introduce our teams and tell a bit more how we are interacting with you.
Thank you, Kate. I like the way Kate presented this onboarding process with an ease, and it sounds like she has gone through tens or hundreds of these processes. So I'm sure she will be the right person to help you with the process if you are about to start. I will also take a moment here and use it to mention that since we are today integrating a list of platforms with Temu Marketplace, it's a priority for us to make the process as similar and straightforward as possible, regardless of whether you have one store on a specific platform or you are running a few businesses on different platforms. We have been in e-commerce business for over 17 years right now, and we are learning from our users the experience they are going through. So we are making the right and more user-friendly and efficient solutions with years of experience. So, as Kate mentioned, I will also little bit use your time and stop and encourage you to reach out to our team. This is one of the ideas of this webinar as well, along with the Temu presentation and new marketplace presentation. We've been working with Temu for the last few months while building the integration and onboarding our first sellers, and we are open to your requests. You can drop us a ticket if you find it more suitable for you, or you can schedule a demo presentation and get us to get on a call with you. We'll guide you through what you have to like cover and give you advice if you have concerns. As Kate mentioned, the support team, the customer service team, is very flexible and tailored to many business setups. So we are sure we'll find the solution that suits you in any way. So if I think this is everything for today that we wanted to actually bring out and let you know that both teams, the Temu M2E team, we are here to help and answer your questions. So if you already have questions right now, let's answer them. I think Swapnil will help me here.
Yeah.
And let's see what questions we've got so far.
So I've got a couple of questions, both relevant for M2E and for Temu, but let's start with M2E related questions first. So Anna and Kate, if you could address this. Let's start with M2E charges. So one of the questions is, how does M2E charge their customers, their clients?
I can briefly answer the question if it's okay. Kate can add if I missed something. We have a pricing structure, and it's a subscription-based approach. If you are new to M2E, please visit our website. We will. It's M2E. Either it's M2E Pro or M2E Cloud. We have two main products that integrate platforms with the channels. On both, you will find the pricing pages with the distributed sales allowance. So the main idea is when you start off, you get a free trial, you get the time to set everything up and get the understanding of the extension, how it works. And afterwards, you subscribe to one of the plans with the tier, the sales team that suits your business, or maybe that you expect to have in the first month, or you can subscribe to an annual plan. It's up to you. And then based on your sales and the plan you choose, you get charged.
Great, thanks. Another question from a M2E perspective. Do listing changes from other platform impact the listing on Temu or vice versa? So this is if a seller is using M2E platform.
I think I can answer this question. So in your setup, like your store acts as the main data source for all the product updates. So all the updates like for product information, for example, like images, titles updates, or prices, quantity are automatically reflected on Temu. For the updates from Temu to the store, the quantity is updated automatically when the sale is made, when the order is placed. So it works like vice versa, but for like all the details about the product, the store acts as the main data source. And if you're selling on other sales channels, like in addition to Temu, also if the sale is made on the other sales channel and the quantity is updated from that channel to the store, the M2E will automatically then synchronize and update this quantity changes from your store to Temu.
Brilliant. Tony, if you could answer this, does Temu in Netherlands require sellers to follow the new EU GPSR rules?
Yes, that's correct. If you're selling UK, if you're selling into Northern Ireland, you also need to follow the new GPSR. But if you're excluding Northern Ireland as a shipping destination, UK is not covered by GPSR. Yeah. But for
Brilliant.
Netherlands, yes, definitely yes.
Thanks, Tony. Another one for you. How much control will I have over my product pricing on Temu? Example, dynamic pricing involved.
I think you pretty much have a most control, right? Because our selling price is very much correlated with your base price. So if there's always you have a full control of your base price. You can always reduce it, increase it, and like or to do a promotion. That's all controlled by the seller, right? So there's a very highly correlated between the selling price and the base price. Yeah.
Brilliant. One more is, what are the fastest growing categories on Temu?
That's $1 million question. So I think there's a principle rather than a category, right? So I would say, um, what if your inventory can differentiate it from the inventory we already have, the imports, that will give you a big chance to win, right? Can you give you a few examples? First is FMCG categories, right? Anything people purchase from the supermarket, anything people buying for their food as a food or nutritions, these ones are not produced in Chinese supply chain, right? So it's very much relying local. And second examples will be anything very bulky, cannot cannot transfer through the air freight, will largely rely on the local supply. The last one I would give example is you can also offer the spectrum value differences, right? And so, for example, power tools, most UK customers still love the highly branded local supply rather than these white label products. So there's a different angles you can bring a product that can differentiate yourself against the imports. Yeah.
Brilliant. One more question is around Temu has seen remarkable growth over the past few years. What do you believe is driving the increasing number of shoppers choosing to shop with Temu?
Um, that's a really good question. I think we cover a few in the slides, right? And the ease of use, affordability, gamification component. Beyond that, I think there's a you know, I've been in e-commerce for many years, right? And there's the options is always there. But like people are looking for new options, right? Like there's a lot of established marketplaces to be there for decades. So people are more welcome towards a new wave of the new destinations will bring a fresher shopping experience and the inventory. I think that's the reason above these things we just mentioned in the presentation. Yeah.
Brilliant. Anna, if you could take this, Roland is asking, if I don't have a store on supported M2E integrations, but already selling on eBay and plan to join Temu, is there a solution? I think it's you can directly sell on Temu, but Anna, from an M2E point of view, could you take this as well?
Sure. I think Kate can answer it as well. She has more stores with that setup.
Yeah, so if you don't have the store built on one of the supported platforms, you can use our empty internal catalog. So, for example, if you're selling on other channels, already have existing listings and only want to start selling on Temu these same listings, you will just import them into our internal catalog, and from there, you will list them on Temu. So this catalog will act as the main data source in your setup. And moving forward, all the updates will work the same way as we described before. So everything is the same. It's just instead of external platform, you will be using our internal catalog.
Brilliant. Thanks. Tony, one question from Marcus. For me as a seller, I sell a high value product. It's a supplement. Temu in Germany has an image of low prices and often questionable quality. I don't know if Temu is the suitable platform for me. Um, how would you address that, Tony?
Yeah, I think the first one is about our ASP is increasing. Like I demonstrated examples, right? Like people are treated as like a one-stop shop now rather than this destination for the value items. I think I see this question in two folds. First fold is if you see someone using your images but selling a different price, is not obviously not your reseller. Reporting them or taking them down within 24 hours, right? We may take it very seriously. The second question is about, okay, can I selling more premium products? The answer is definitely yes. Because I just showing all of these brands already I have on Temu, they're selling really well. So customers are looking for different spectral value. They may looking for a cheap item on, for example, a home living item, but they're looking for a more expensive item for these home appliance. That's all possible. That's a customer choice. All we need to do is bring the richness and boldness of the inventory in front of the customers. Yeah.
Another good question is from Stacy. Can Temu sellers run ads or promotions targeted at specific EU markets?
For ads, no. As I said, like for the entire EU, including UK, we don't want to make money by monetize sellers to try to compete on the traffic on site. So we allocate traffic purely based on your inventory quality and your retail standards, right? So it's a very transparent policy there. Can you run promotions? Of course. There's still opportunity for sellers to initiate. For example, I want to clear this stock out for a period. So you can say there's multiple type of events you can join from your seller hub. All you need to do is setting the time period, the discount level, and the stock level. And therefore, you can join it's a very much a self-service kind of a promotion you can join. Yeah, so that's the answer.
Brilliant. Couple of more questions, cautious of time as well. This is from an existing Temu and M2E customer. The question is, does or will Temu provide data or information about search volumes on Temu on different markets in order to help sellers who have many categories, products, to focus on best opportunities?
I think if you're working with the business development manager and account manager, they do have access to data, can providing some guidance about what is most searched, most like highest ranked search terms, and with a demand gap, with a supply gap. So the data is available. It's not like from the seller hub. It's from the colleagues from Temu you work with, and they can provide you with insights and guide you through which category should prioritize. That's the beauty of every seller join. You have a dedicated account manager, right? Otherwise, there's a very limited data you can access.
Brilliant. How much time do we have, Anna? I've got a couple more questions for us.
We are good for another 3 to 4 minutes.
Great.
Let's cover those.
Brilliant. Tony, there's one question that says, what constitutes a good inventory quality on Temu?
First we have very sophisticated review system, right? If you're buying on Temu, there's a lot of people who leave the feedback. We are very good in terms of nudging the customers, giving timely feedback about the shopping experience and the products. So that's one. And second is if you are branded, it's very obvious, right? If you're selling a Dyson, or if you're selling this premium brand, we know the quality is good, right? So if it's unbranded, we heavily rely on the review. If it's branded, the brand awareness will telling us that, right? So that's two ways to define what's the good quality of products.
And the last question is, what trends are you seeing in expansion of the Temu marketplace model in the UK?
I guess is what is our speed of growth of a local to local model, right? So we have a low interest. We grow really nicely within the local to local, but still early days, right? And if you think about other marketplaces, you easily talk about 100,000 sellers competing for a set of traffic. On Temu will be very much like we have loads of traffic and popularity and active buyers, and the number of sellers we have is very minimal compared with the scale. So we would say we are growing very nicely, but still you are first mover, right? And so please don't miss that window. I would expect after 6 to 12 months, that opportunity is going to be diminishing, right? Because more and more seller coming and more inventory be brought to the platform. Yeah.
Brilliant. I think that's pretty much it from questions, Anna and Kate. Thank you so much,
Very
Tony.
sure. Swapnil, thank you for taking over this part, and I really enjoyed presenting today with Tony and Kate, and Swapnil helping me. I hope that the information was helpful. I enjoyed it myself. Thank you, Temu team, for bringing out some interesting facts. We are open to requests. Please reach out to us. If you need help, we will direct you to Temu. If there is something that's better handled by the team manager, if it's something within M2E and integration for your platform, we will definitely be the team that will help you. So yes, let's wrap it up at this point. Thank you very much for being with us today. We'll be sharing more information later. Bye, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you. Bye.